Good morning, guys. So I thought we'd do something a little bit different this week, and I thought we'd take a moment to really create an intentional space of healing for ourselves. And this is something that you can come back to time and time again, depending on where you're at in your healing journey, depending on where you're at in your reframing your mind, all of it, whatever comes up for you, that this is a space that you can feel guided and that you can have kind of that intentional safe space for yourself that is so important as we grow, as we change, as we heal. So I want to encourage you to make this your own. Get in whatever comfortable position works for you. I find that a lot of times really just making sure that I'm open, that I'm like physically in a position of openness when it comes for meditation is huge, and just making sure that I'm really energetically being open to whatever I need to be open to. So if I'm like super crossed up or super closed up, I find that position in and of itself tells me a lot about how I'm feeling in the moment. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, a comfortable laying down position, whatever it is, and to set your journal next to you to really create a space where you can flow from this, maybe into processing things on paper a little bit more. Find a comfortable seated position, grab some water if you need it, grab a pillow, grab whatever, settle in, and let's meditate. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is take just a few deep cleansing breaths. And I really want you to picture and just feel all of that air coming into your chest, all of the ways that you are filling yourself up in this moment. So taking a deep breath in. Feeling your shoulders raise, feeling your chest lift, holding it at the top. Exhaling and dropping your shoulders. Let's do that a few more times. Deep breath in. And if you're really feeling just super tense, your shoulders up to your ears and hold them there. Try to let that exhale be loud. Really be intentional about telling your body that we are relaxing, that we are in a safe space to release, that right now it is okay to let go and just be. So take one more deep breath in. And as we go through this meditation, everybody is going to have a different safe space where they feel comfortable with having this conversation with their inner child. So be open to whatever that might look for you. You might have had a safe space on a playground as a kid. You might have had a recent conversation in a cafe with a friend where it felt really good to just be vulnerable, and that feels like a beautiful place to have a conversation with your inner child. But I want you to just take a second and be still and let your mind just kind of open to all of the experiences that you've had. All the good, all of the bad. And I want you to start wandering your brain on the little road back to when you were a child. Picture yourself, if you can. I don't have the best memories of being a kid. Not a lot of them, so if you don't, that's okay. We'll work with what we can and where you can. Picture yourself as a child. What's the earliest memory you have of you? Is it going to see a movie? Is it taking a nap in kindergarten? Is it playing on the playground? What does little you look like? And maybe this is bringing up a lot for you, so it's okay. We're going to work through that. I want you, if you're in those moments where you start to feel a bit overwhelmed, to repeat, I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm okay. we're going back to seeing that little child, I want you to keep moving forward. And I want you to open up your mind to the first time you felt like somebody told you you weren't enough. In those moments, or maybe you felt like you got a grade that wasn't good enough, or you wore something that people made fun of you for. Take a moment to find that space. And I want to invite you to just listen to your inner child and to sit with him or her. And to acknowledge that you're free to let go of that moment, that you're free to forgive that version of yourself, the one who was surrounded by things that only affirmed that for her, who maybe wasn't quite ready or didn't have the support system that you do now, or didn't have the inner knowledge to have the conversation with herself differently. And then I want you to take a moment, wherever you're sitting with this inner child. For me, it's at a cafe. To hold her hand and say, I forgive you. I love you. I've got you now. We're gonna be okay. And taking a deep breath in. If you want to continue sitting here, you can. If you have more that you want to work through, you can absolutely do that. But if you're ready, taking another deep breath in, kind of letting go of that moment. I like to kind of put my hands back and kind of close that for myself. Coming back into my body. And opening your eyes. And I would invite you, if you want to keep sitting in this moment, you can turn me off. I'm going to kind of guide you journal-wise from here. I'd invite you to take that moment of emotion and sit with it with your journal and understand that that moment has had such a ripple impact on your life. And there are more moments there. There are moments that you'll dive into that are maybe the first thing you internalized about relationships, the first thing you internalized about your body, the first thing you internalized about money. But having that moment with your inner child, continuing to do the work, maybe it's your inner teenager, maybe it's you 4 years ago, but being able to acknowledge those moments can be the thing that helps you start to reframe how you think and the mindset you want to have and the things that you want to be intentional about going and doing as we move forward. So grab your journal, try to just give yourself the time to write it out. Let this be a moment for your peace of mind. And I hope that today's meditation helps you and is something that you can put in your toolbox for the days that you need to work through some things and you're feeling stuck and you're ready to heal and do the work. I love you guys. It is a good day to have a good day. I will see you all next week. Bye guys.